Let's talk about it. Delon Wright got the start tonight over Tyler Kolek, and it worked out well.
They were ready to can the coach.
Oh, they were ready to can him. They were ready to send him packing.
Can we Taylor Jenkins him?
Yeah, they were ready to send him packing, but you know what? Hey, good job by him. I thought he scrapped. He took the advantage of his opportunity, knocked down a couple of threes, got the offense going a little bit, made some plays. Delon Wright finishes with 12 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, efficient night, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown. Hey, we'll see what happens on Sunday, but for tonight, he was good. He was solid.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting night because he got started, hot in the first quarter with 10 points of his night, all in the first. And, I hope – you never know. It's so interesting with Tom Thibodeau because it's like you're willing to start him, but then you won't play him any other night, but then you're willing to start him over the backup who's next in line. So that's the whole interesting thing. But then you look at tonight, it's like you're trying to catch lightning in the bottle too because it's his former team.
Yeah.
And although he didn't get much playing time, and although a lot of fans could look at it and say, "Oh, Delon Wright, who? Like it's not like Damian Lillard going back to Portland. It's not Yes, but every professional player is a competitor. Every professional player, no matter what they tell the media, it could be the last player on the bench or the first all-star, they all want to play well, even if they're playing against a team on a 10-day contract. Like, you just always want to show out as best as you can because especially players of his stature at this point of his career, they're trying to stay in the league.
Stay on. Trying to stay on.
Tom Thibodeau's thinking, listen, this is a guy with a profile that's a gritty player, a defensive player. We're on the road. He has no pressure. He's going to be excited. Let me catch lightning in the bottle. And he rewarded him with 10 points. He was -7 in the second half. He didn't play as well. He was 0 of 2 in the second half. I thought he went to him a little too long there in the third. He played most of the third. You saw the team starting to come back. I felt Kolek should have played a little bit early in the third. But all in all, solid performance by him. You saw some of his defensive prowess, deflecting passes in the paint. So you saw some of that profile there.
Deflected an alley early.
Exactly. And his size at 6'5" was definitely an advantage, especially, closing down the lanes for Giannis and some of the other Milwaukee Bucks perimeter players. So let's see if this is now a continuation with, see what the status is with campaign. But overall, solid night by Delon Wright.
I thought he was good. Let's see what happens on Sunday. For some reason, and listen, everybody's in KnicksFanTV and all of that. They're gonna say I cover for the coach and all of that. I didn't see anything wrong.
You do.
And I didn't see anything wrong with playing him last in the Clipper game. I didn't see anything wrong with that. You lost campaign. He was obviously gonna play tonight with no Deuce. So for everyone that's saying play the bench, develop the bench, get him some burn. Let's see what's going on with him. You know what I mean? They hadn't, like you said, you hadn't seen him the entire time since the trade deadline, since he got traded here. Let's see what he can do because he's going to be logging, whether it's starting or off the bench, he's going to be logging minutes with Brunson, Deuce, and now campaign out. So I had no issues with that. I had no issues with him starting because I think a message was sent to Tyler after the Clipper game, and I'll talk about that when we get into Tyler's minutes. So I had no issue with that. On top of that, he's 6'5". He can defend at the very least, which is a weakness of this team. I had no problem with that. Because my thing is, when we're going into the playoffs, 7 spots are taken care of if everybody's at full strength. Deuce and Mitch are coming off the bench. That 8th spot between Payne, Shamet, maybe it's Precious depending on the matchup, or even Wright, because I'm not sure Tyler's going to get in the playoff run. We need somebody to emerge here. Some sort of consistency. And we got to be playing defense. Most importantly, we got to get stops. Because the best way that this team, especially when you move into the second round, and I'm not saying he's going to be any type of savior, but you got to try to get some stops, man. Turn the ball over and get this team out in transition and get easier buckets. So I got to see who's going to emerge here as that potential 8th guy if he goes 8 on the bench. So I have no issues with his minutes, bro.
Well, whose minutes? Right?
Right. I have no issues with the minutes, man. We're doing tryouts right now. It's tryout time, man. Hey, right after this, I'm going to get some sleep on my new Bear mattress. New sponsor alert, Knicks Nation. Shout out to Bear Mattress, man. Go to bearmattress.com. Use our code KFTV for 40% off site-wide. And listen, man, the thing about Bear Mattress that's dope, that's different than a lot of other mattress companies, number one, is that they find the bed that's best for you. You just fill out their evaluation form. You fill it out with your lifestyle, your sleeping patterns, your back sleeper, or side sleeper, so on and so forth. And they pair you up with the best mattress for you. And so they got me the Elite Hybrid, and you check it out here. I'm showing it right here on the site. Over 4,000 reviews, 4.5 stars. The thing is a rock star. I get to sleep well because I got little back issues, the night sweats and all of that. But the thing about the bed is it cools you down, and it's very, very comfortable and firm enough to make sure that, those of you with back issues, that you guys are good to go. So make sure you check them out. And there's a lot I like about Bear Mattress. Number one, most importantly, is that if you're not happy with your purchase, you can sleep on it for 120 nights. And if you're not happy with it, you can call them, get a refund, hassle-free. 82% of the customers said that Bear Mattress helped improve their sleep quality, and 95% said that they would recommend Bear Mattress to a friend. So the deal, the 40% off deal, is only for KnicksFanTV customers. So make sure you go to bearmattress.com and use our code at checkout, KFTV, for 40% off site-wide. And the bed's come with 2 pillows too, so if you got you got a joint coming through, man, you and your joints is good to go, man. So shout out to him. We know Tyler's a future. Like his opportunity's gonna come. We know his opportunity's gonna come. He's the future. I need to know who's gonna get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just it's interesting because they're both such different players. You see it when Wright is in the game. He doesn't run the offense per se.
No, he doesn't run it.
Right, like they're going through towns, they're going through bridges, and it's just a different offense. When it's Tyler, even him being a rookie, it's like the team trusts him to make the correct decision.
Yeah,
and I think it's just about when you bring Tyler in, how does he play in that first initial punch of minutes? And how does the offense react to him coming into the game? Right? Like, because defensively, it's going to be a challenge, especially his rookie year. So if he's coming in and his initial impact is positive offensively, listen, you give and you take. But for example, tonight, when he was in the game, bro, they were getting any shot they wanted. From a Josh Hart cut to the paint, from a corner 3 to OG. From an elbow 3 to Mikal Bridges, the hockey assist. I mean, they were getting anything they wanted on offense when Kolek was in the game. So it was more of a comfortable offense, more of a fluid offense with him. But yet, when he's playing like a Clippers matchup, and you playing a James Harden, you playing these isolation players that are going to attack you, then now as a head coach, you got to be ready to counter in your rotations. Tonight, the matchups, because of the offense of the Clippers don't have these one-on-one attacking players. You didn't see him get exposed as much in the action defensively, so you were able to play him more. So I think that it's more of a personnel thing moving forward. But I will say, when he comes in the game, if the offense is flowing, I am willing to sacrifice a few defensive possessions if offensively the offense and my main players, Mikal Bridges is getting confidence, if OG is gaining confidence, if my main offensive players are getting good looks, I would be willing to sacrifice some of that defense just because in a 48-minute game, if you're getting your main players on point, that is going to be key in the last 5 minutes of the ball game because those players are going to be in rhythm. So it's more of a feel for the game here for the head coach between Delon Wright and Tyler Kolek moving forward.
In the Clipper game when he came out, and again everybody was in an uproar because I didn't think he didn't have a bad game. I thought the coach was sending him a message. You know, development isn't always about just on court, on court, on court. And yes, he should have been playing a lot earlier this season to get experience. I wholeheartedly agree. You know, I can only watch a campaign, slingshot go off, but so much before I get tired of it. So I've been looking for Tyler all year. However, I saw where the coach was sending him a message against the Clippers where it was like, you going up against dogs, can't be playing like a puppy out here. And what I mean by that is, second half of that game when he gets in the starting lineup, he's deferring. He gets across half court. Okay, dump it down to Towns. Dump it. What'd you see here tonight? How many paint touches did he get here tonight? How many times was he attacking the basket? You got to be aggressive. We know he can play make with his eyes closed, but you got to be his threat to score as well, man, because he can. And what do you know? He knocked down his first 3 today. Got a layup. Got some paint touches, some driving kicks, and still, you know what I mean? Like, this was the most aggressive game that he played. And that's why I said on Twitter tonight, like, that benching was sending him a message. You got to be more aggressive out there. Hey, we got the Sweet 16 going on right now. Elite 8 setting to start today and Sunday as well. We'll find out who goes to the Final Four. And listen, when it comes to college basketball and March Mania, one thing is for sure, nothing is for sure. Upsets, buzzer beaters, Cinderella's advancing, top seeds going home early. It's all going to happen. Bet the unexpected with every upset every day with DraftKings Sportsbook. With live betting, exclusive content, promos, and parlays, DraftKings is the ultimate college basketball destination for March. And if it's your first time here, if it is your first time here, type in hashtag new in the chat. We'll shout you guys out. And for you guys, for you new viewers and new to DraftKings, use our code KFTV. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets. And that's with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Restaurant in Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Once again, this is for new customers only, and bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Tonight you look at the numbers and you see he had what he had tonight, 5 assists.
5 assists.
And yet you can go back a few games back where he had 8 or 9 or whatever he did, and you can say that tonight he was actually more effective, even though he didn't have the assist numbers, because he had a ton of hockey assists. He got OG in that third quarter to start the third. How about that sequence back to back to back with OG? First, it was that snap corner pass. Got OG that corner 3. Boom. Second possession was that pass to OG under the basket.
Yep.
OG got a dunk. Third possession was that pass to OG. OG got fouled. Now you got your player at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Back to back to back. That's not 3 assists in that sequence, but that is, impact. And so, listen, man, he it's gonna be interesting. He's a rookie. It is what it is. But those are the things when you see him play that are gonna get the fan base wanting to see more of him. And here's the other thing I will say. I am of the belief that Deuce McBride has not had his best season. He's had a solid season, but he's had these kind of bumps in the road, setbacks here and there. I think injuries is a big part of it. Mm-hmm. But from a play style, I don't think him and Payne has been the best fit.
No way.
I think him and Kolek, him and Brunson has been more of a benefit to Deuce's game than Campaign and Deuce. So I think Deuce has had a tougher adjustment trying to take the next step in his development, but doing it alongside a Campaign who hasn't been really looking to get him going as much, more than himself. And so that's where Kolek is an asset to you Unfortunately, we haven't seen it that much, and that's why when you make the point of he should have been playing earlier this season, that's where I would have loved to seen it, because I think Deuce would have been a big benefit of a Tyler Kolek next to him.